Don't be like that. It is your environment. Somebody will come and clean. If there is some dirt you can see around, you can take and put to the dustbin. Nothing wrong in that. Okay, so you are a responsible person. You want to maximize it. You want to bring it bigger, better, fuller, and fruitful. Okay, then you are a responsible citizen. Next one is, see, if you want to be socially responsible individual, you need to be responsible to yourself. If you are not truthful, faithful to yourself, you cannot become a responsible citizen for this nation or a responsible citizen in this society. So you need to be responsible towards yourself. Okay, whatever things you do, what is your goal, what is your vision? Okay, be responsible to yourself, be trustworthiness to yourself, be accountable to yourself. You want to take responsibility for everything which happens in your life. Whatever you speak, whatever actions you take, whatever you decide in your life, it is in your hands. Okay, see, I have given a picture of a bound hand, okay, a slaved hand. See, this is chained hand. If you want to come out of the bondage so that you can uplift someone, we all have the desire to help someone, right? We used to say, I want to help them, but you are barely in need of help. If you are in that state, means you are irresponsible. Still, you have not made yourself responsible. Okay, so if you want to come out of the bondage, you want to get delivered, then only you can deliver someone else. Without delivering yourself, your thoughts, how can you deliver someone else? So think a while. So it is very essential that you want to come out of the bondage or slavery of your own thoughts or your own environment. See, many of us live in a bonded thoughts. Our thoughts are not wide. Our thoughts are not positive. When coming to yourself, you don't believe yourself. You believe on somebody's opinion. If people say that you are not good at this, you believe that. Okay, then your thoughts are bonded. Then how you will deliver someone else? How you will deliver your friend or your colleague? How you will deliver? It's very hard. So it is very essential that you want to be free from your own slavery. That is your thoughts, actions, and everything. See, the mental thoughts are very important. When you get freedom there, then only it will be, you will see the world wide. You will see other people as yourself. You will love others as yourself. When you don't have a freedom in your mind, it is impossible for you to be a responsible citizen in this society. Okay, so you are responsible for others. You are responsible for the society to get uplifted. So get free from the bad thoughts, get free from the negative thoughts. Make your mind very positive and clear to accept things around you. Don't be ignorant. Come out of all these bondages. If you are ignorant, you cannot make somebody knowledgeable. You want to be knowledgeable so that you can make somebody wise or knowledgeable. So if you are ignorant, definitely you cannot pass it on to somebody a good knowledge. You will pass ignorance only. When you does not know about something, if you are teaching them something or if you are asking them to do something, means what you are doing, you are transferring the same ignorance to the next coming generation. So come out of that bondage, come out of that slavery so that you can live a very, beautiful life, a responsible citizen, one who is uplifting everyone in the society. See, the main important thing for being a responsible individual is self-discipline. It all starts with self-discipline. Whatever success you want to in your life, as well as if you want to see a beautiful society as you desire, you want to self-discipline yourself. If you live a loose life, you are not the right person to bring transformation in the society. Ask yourself, are you taking care of your health, or are you blaming the food and other hospitals or other bacteria or viruses for your sickness? We are putting the blame on that. We are not taking care of our health. We are not doing exercises, and we are not conscious about what we eat. Then we put a blame on someone else. Okay, then we we are not responsible, and we put a blame on our school or college. We put a blame on our teachers or parents for not being a good citizen, or not being posted in a good position. You blame easily everyone. No, be self-discipline yourself. You want to discipline yourself to make yourself valuable. You want to make yourself valuable to pass that value to somebody else. Okay, if you are not valuable, people will not place no good, they will not get influenced by yourself. You all know Martin Luther King Jr. He was a great man who brought a transformation in USA among the black and white. He fought for them. He stood for his conviction. He never, took back his leg for on his conviction. He stood on his conviction. He was a very self-disciplined man. He made a statement that he is fighting for this black people to have a freedom as the white has. He stood on that for years. People got influenced by his self-discipline. Okay, we all get influenced by self-disciplined people. For example, I'll tell you the actor and actress which like a most, or the cricket players, or any sports player which you adore a most or like the most. Why you like them? Self-disciplined people. They work a lot. They are very conscious about their health. They work. They to present themselves good. They undergo different phases of work to make themselves valuable. Okay, so make yourself valuable by self disciplining yourself. Okay, everything should start from you. There is a famous saying that charity begins at home. Okay, if you like to do charity, it should begin from your home. So anything, any change you would see in the society, it should start from you. You should change, then everything around you will also change. Okay, so next is keys for being responsible. Here I have given few keys for you to become a responsible person, or to become a responsible individual. Number one is maximize. Number two is accountability. Number three is ability. And number four is priority. Okay, so maximus first. You want to maximize the minimum. As I stated in the previous example of talents, if you are not maximizing something which is given in your hand, means you are not a responsible person. Think what is given in my hand, what work I am given, okay, what talent I have, what skill I have. If you try to maximize that only, you can serve it to the nation or serve it to the society. When you are not ready to maximize the minimum, what you are going wrong in everywhere. You take Michael Jackson. He is a very talented person. He is very interested in dance from the age of 3. His father found out that, and he trained him like that. He also self-disciplinedly followed everything, and he practiced. He maximized the gift which he have, which he had. We also have many gifts and talents. Are we maximized it? Are we making ourselves valuable? See, until you maximize yourself, you cannot serve something to the society. You cannot become a socially responsible individual. Okay, so maximize what is interested in your hand to the maximize the minimum. The small thing which is interested to you should get maximized. Okay, a small work will be given to you. Try to make it useful, fruitful, bigger and better. Okay, don't take it for granted. If you are asked, if somebody asks you to do a program, make it bigger one, better one, best one. Okay, maximize it. Think of that so that you can be elevated. In that talent story, that person who got only one talent, he brought back the one back. So this boss asked his servants to put that person in the prison, and he rewarded other two person. When you maximize the minimum, you will be rewarded. Okay, in the environment which you work or in the environment which you study, whatever it may be, when you are responsible, you will be put into higher position. Don't follow lazy people. Many times in the maximum time, what we tell is everybody is like that, so I'm like this, so everybody is doing this, why should I? No, be unique, be different. Okay, fly above the clouds. Don't be like every other person. You be different. You take the responsibility. Definitely the responsible persons will be elevated to higher positions. Okay, so the first one is maximize. Try to maximize the minimum things which is entrusted in your hands. Okay, don't keep the resources just idle. Okay, I'll tell you a story. Okay, to understand this minimum to maximum. A lady, she is very poor. She is all alone. She is a widow. She was living in her home. One day, a person visited her. She was crying and telling all her story that I'm like this. I'm not. No, nobody is taking care of me. She is very, very worried. Okay, but she used to tell, I'm very, happy to help others, but I'm lacking of finance, so I couldn't do that. I'm very concerned about others, but I couldn't help them. I couldn't talk to them. She was telling, coming with a lot of complaints and excuses, and then that person asked you, okay, for your finance, what do you have at your home? Then she told us, I don't have many things that are valuable. Okay, then he told to list out the things which she had at her home. Then she told, I had few cooking vessels, few furniture, and few dresses. What are the cooking vessels you have? Then she told, I have an oven also. Then what you do with the oven? She told that I bake cookies, I bake bread. Okay, how often you use that? She told, in a week, once in a week I use that. Then this person told, so you have a resource, you have a skill, you have a talent, you have a good community of neighbors. You are not serving your gift to anyone, and you are using the resource which you have very limited. You use once in a week. Then he gave some money and he told that, okay, you buy some flour and everything necessary to make a cookie or a cake. Then he went off. Then this lady, she made cookies every day. She gave free cookies to all his neighbors and everyone. They are very fond of her cookies. They all visited her home for the cookies. Okay, so everybody was very satisfied with her cookies, and this cookie lady become very rich in few years by maximizing the minimum. Okay, so maximize the minimum to be successful in your life and to be fruitful in the society as well. Okay, next is accountable. You want to take responsibility. Just don't hold hands and stay just like this. I'm not, I don't know. This is the person. If you are wrong, take no account, be accountable for that. Okay, this is one of the true story. Marines in America, military people, they call them as marines. Okay, so one of the marine came late. Then the cardinal, the chief person, told that he's no just we are dismissing him from the position. He cannot continue as a marine in this academy. Then everybody was shocked. Why? Then he told that he slept in the watch house. Night they want to stay awake, and in the watch house they want to stay awake. So he slept. Is this the reason why you are dismissing him from this position? Then he told, it is very silly, no, right? Somebody asked him. Then the cardinal smiled and said, no, both two persons slept like that, but one we are taking into, but another we are dismissing. The reason is he is not taking account for his what he done bad. Okay, he slept, but he does not accepted that. then why, okay, you can just give an excuse and leave him like that. But the person said, no, we cannot excuse people like that. One who is not loyal, one who is dishonest cannot be believable. If he has taken accountability for what he has done, we might have given excuse, or we might have given some punishment, and we have taken him back inside. Okay, so especially in marine, when they are not taking responsible for what they did, the punishments are very severe. Why? Means because once they did, they are going to be a leader in the military tomorrow. How their juniors or the people, those who follow them, will believe them? They cannot lead a good team of people. So the punishments are very heavy. So be accountable for what you do. That will bring a good impression about you. Take accountability for what you have done. Yes, I did this. I'll try to make it correct the next time. Tell like that. Take accountability for what you do to become responsible. Okay, so you want to be responsible for your life. As I told, you are responsible for your decisions, your act, your circumstances, everything. You are responsible. Don't put a blame on someone else. Okay, next one is ability. Okay, you all have the ability. Here I have given a photo of an eagle. The eagle has the ability to fly above the clouds. The only bird which can fly above the clouds is eagle. If the eagle is not flying above the cloud, and it is very lazy, and it was just spending the all the time in the cliffs of the rocks and hilly mountains, means the nature is lost. If you are not using your ability, means you will lose your nature of serving others. Okay, what you are capable of, you want to keep on doing that. That shows you are responsible. Many people are capable to do works very good, but they does not show outside. Then how you will come to the top? Like an eagle flying above the sky, then how you will reach the skies? How you will go to the next level? Okay, so bring out all your capability, all your potential. Work ahead of that. Don't just hide everything. Okay, you cannot just hide everything and live. Okay, so you must bring your ability outside so that you can become a highly responsible person. Okay. Next is priority. Work on your priorities. Responsible person will make effective use of resources. Here I have given a small clock. Why I have given clock is time is the only resources which is given to everyone in the universe equally. We call time as a resource like money, land, other things. Okay, we call things water resource, natural resources. We call everything resources which we are benefiting out of it. Time is also a resource. One who use time wisely will definitely get benefited out of that. Okay, one who does not know how to manage time effectively, they will fail in their life. Okay, so see, work on your priorities. Don't just waste your time. You have 24 hours. What you do with the 24 hours? Think of the talent story which I told you. Can you double your 24 hours? Yes, you can do it by hard working. People, those who are very successful, ask them how many books they read a month. 4 to 5 books they read. How many hours they sleep? They sleep hardly 4 to 5 hours. During your sleeping hours, they are very responsible towards their own life and towards the society. Okay, so make your life a successful one. and make this society a beautiful place to live in by prioritizing everything. Work on your priorities to become a responsible person. If you want to be a responsible individual, you need to maximize the time also. You may ask how I can maximize 24 hours. Can I double it? No, you cannot double it. But you can do 2 days work in one day itself. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. We do half an hour work for 10 days. That is irresponsible person. If you are a responsible person, you will finish 10 days work in one day. That is called as responsible person. Think now, am I responsible? Am I using the resources properly? Am I utilizing it to maximize it from the minimum? Think about it. Prioritize things accordingly. Just don't waste. What is the need of the heart today? What I should do? You will think, when you have 1,000 rupees in your hand, what you will think? What can I do about this? No, could I spend it on petrol, or could I spend it on buying other things for the home, or provision, or food, or entertainment? You will think about that, right? Likewise, think about the time also. 24 hours in hand. How I'm going to spend it? How I'm going to maximize it? Am I going to finish the 10 days work in one day, or am I going to carry out half an hour work for another 10 days? Think whether you are responsible or irresponsible. See, in the beginning itself, we saw that individual responsibility is very essential for social development. For a society's development, you need to be responsible. So these are the keys. If these keys, you don't have all these keys in your life, that means you are living a loose life. That is, you are living a irresponsible life. So make your life responsible. Okay, what you are interested with, you want to pass it on to people in the society. When you are in bondage, or when you are in a undelivered stage, then you cannot transfer. If you are not managing your time properly or other resources properly, then you are at risk. Okay, so think of that again and again, and use this key. Check again whether I am maximizing thing, whether I am taking accountability of what I am doing, whether I am using my capability or the ability to fly above the skies, whether I am prioritizing things accordingly to be a better citizen. Am I using the time effectively? Am I managing the resources in my life effectively? Think again and again. Okay, so to become a successful individual, you need to have all these keys in your life to be a socially responsible citizen. Okay, so next is the pervasiveness of a responsibility. Don't think that you are alone. The whole world is suffering out of this. The whole world is suffering of irresponsibility. The entire world is suffering under irresponsibility, not taking responsibility for actions, decisions, and circumstances. What happens is, when a person or a person in leadership is not taking responsibility for his action or decisions, then the whole nation or society suffer. Okay, so likewise, it is applicable to each and every one of our life. When we take bad decision, it affects our environment, our family. You think that when you take some decisions wrong, it collapses the whole family sometimes. It collapses the whole relationship sometimes. Okay, so not taking responsibility for your actions, decisions, okay, and your circumstances means you are very irresponsible. This is the greatest problem in our society. Each and every individual is responsible for the upliftment of the society. When we are not taking responsibility of our own actions, our own decisions, our own circumstances, then who will? A one man can bring definitely a greatest change in this society. Okay, so in America, during this, I think it is during 19th century, I guess so. um, black bed death. They called it as black bed death because the ladies, those who are delivering babies, they die within 40 to 45 minutes. Okay. Likewise, in each hospital, daily people are dying. Morning, the doctors do autopsy to find out who, why, what is the cause. Like this, it went on for decades. Nobody could find out. Okay, one person found out that by observing and researching, found out that doctors not washing the hand properly after the autopsy is the cause of the death of the ladies come for delivering children. So what he told is, very irritating to other doctors. Nobody believed, nobody accepted, nobody took accountability of that. They were continue doing this. After 30 years, one person realized, yes, it is the cause. Then he stood for that. Then he implemented in his clinic and found out that there was a massive change. So when we are taking responsibility for our actions, decisions, and circumstances, we could change so that they stop the cause of black bed death. Okay, so small things, but we are not ready to take accountability. Small changes or small, being responsible for small things will bring great changes in our environment. Believe me, it is truth. You can, implement in your life and check. See, irresponsibility people, how they will, blame us in the society. This is a continuation of pervasiveness of no irresponsibility. They are blamers. They'll not take responsibility of what they eat, but they will blame the society. They will blame food. They will blame viruses. They will blame bacteria. They will not blame themselves. They will not take responsibility of doing exercises, or they'll blame the society. Okay, they'll keep on putting blames. Parents putting blame on children, children putting blames on the parents, and teachers putting blame on students, students putting blame. No, don't blame each other. It is not a sign of a good responsible person. Responsible person take in charge. They will be in charge of that circumstances. They will be in charge of their own decision. They will be in charge of their own actions. Okay, next comes mismanagement. Mismanaging everything. Okay, for this I have given example previously, the talent story, the microwave oven story. If you not managing your resources properly, you are irresponsible. Many people in the world, across the world, many problem in working environment is mismanaging. Okay, the owners or the boss or the management give work believing that they will manage properly and they will make it better, bigger, brighter, and fruitful. But what they do is they mismanage and they will put a blame on everybody. Next is procrastination. This also I have given a good example, the clock example. Are you doing an hour's work for another 10 days? Are you doing 10 days work in one day? Think about that. Are you procrastinating things? Then what about your attitude? Do you have a right attitude? Why I should do? Many people ask why I should do. Why me? Ask somebody else. That is not a sign of a good, responsible citizen. Okay, you should volunteer yourself, change your own attitude, change your attitude and behaviors toward your environment and your society. See them as your society is your home. People like you are living outside. They are your brothers and sisters. They need upliftment. You have given education. You are not ignorant means they should be also not ignorant. Okay, so take responsibility for that. Next is danger of irresponsibility. You all know, want to know the danger of irresponsibility. Others are at risk. See, other people are risk when you are irresponsible. Irresponsible drivers cause accident. Irresponsible staffs at hospitals cause lot of life. Okay, when one person is not irresponsible, it is a chain link. to go around like that, it will cause many problems. When you are responsible, you can save many lives, you can save many people. Okay, so don't think small things, okay, this is nothing, it's not going to affect. Don't think like that. If you have that kind of attitude, means you will be like that in every walk of your life. In all the things which you do, you will be like that one. Okay, working environments are at risk. Your working environment is at greatest risk when you are not, being responsible. Everybody showing, pointing fingers at another one, means what will happen to that management or the institution or the organization. Think about that. If somebody takes responsibility only, you can move ahead. Because from institutions, it directly goes into the society. Whatever we do no, it directly influences the society. You may think nobody is watching me, I'm very happy, I'm on my own. No, don't. Somebody is getting influenced by you, whether it is bad or good. By your actions, somebody is getting influenced. You're going out, you're chit-chatting with your friends, you're doing all. Sometimes these youth people irresponsibly behave in the society. Small children are looking at you. It is getting registered in their mind that when they become like this, they also want to behave like that. So you are influencing someone with or without your knowledge. So be conscious about what you do. A responsible citizen will be conscious about what he is doing, what his action is, what he is committed to. He'll be very conscious about. Be conscious about what you do, what you think. Be integrated. See, you need to be a person of high value. Live an integrity life. Whatever you speak, say, do, everything should be same. So live a life like that. Okay. So finally, the nation is at great risk when an individual is irresponsible. We all know, we all rely on government to give job to us. What about our knowledge? What about our hands? Can't we deploy ourselves? Can't we employ people on our own consent? Are we that bad? A nation's economic growth is decided by the GDP, gross domestic profit product. You all know that. Based on the productivity, what you produce in your nation. You are an irresponsible citizen when you are not producing anything. So let your hand produce. Be responsible. I am think that I am responsible for the betterment of my nation. I want to make the society a better place to live in. I want to deploy myself so that I can employ more person. I can create job opportunity. Don't wait for the government to provide everything to you. That is not responsibility. You want to make everything for yourself. You can do that by your own hands. Yes, government is there to provide support, incentives, other infrastructure to make our life good place in this nation. Yes, that is there, I'm not denying about it. But what you are producing for the upliftment of the nation? Are you a contributor for the GDP? Why today entrepreneurship, women empowerment are raising, our government is concentrating on that, is through that they can raise the GDP of a nation. So that they are asking people to start their own startups, their own entrepreneurship. Okay, so work with your hands, put your knowledge into that. Don't be ignorant. Okay, so that nation will not be at risk when you are contributing towards the nation. Okay, so you are responsible for the betterment of the society. Okay, so the people, those who are living along with you, will get influenced by you. So take accountability for whatever things you do in your life. Don't say, because of this I behave like that, because of that. If you ask a thief what he will say, will he accept that he was no great danger to the society? No, he will not. He will blame the society. The society made me to. No, don't say that somebody made me to do this, somebody did this. No, take responsibility of yourself to be a better citizen, to be a responsible citizen. Okay, so individual social responsibility. Finally, see, ISR, they call us, how we call as CSRs, corporate social responsibility. Like this, individual social responsibility is very important. Here, the people will minimize their negative impact on others. So do that. I told you, whether when you go outside also, behave properly, do good things. People are watching you. Next generation is watching you. Without your knowledge, somebody is getting influence, whether it's good or bad. Your good deeds will also influence, your bad deeds also influence. So individual social responsibility is you want to minimize the negative impact in the society by your way of behavior. Next, positive benefits is bring the community and the society in general. Okay, positive benefits should be given to the community and the society. Next, positive steps people make to minimize their environmental impact. This is individual social responsibility. So being an individual, you are socially responsible. I would like to say socially individual, no, responsible citizen. Okay, individual, sorry, ISR, individual socially responsible person. Okay, this is Dr. Ida Scudder. Okay, her father is a missionary, medical missionary. They worked in India. Father and mother, they worked in India. So Ida was very small. At that time, they were working in a small village. That village people, many of them die. So this small girl, when seeing them, they, for funeral, they walk, in front of their home. So she was very surprised to see many deaths. So she was asking her father, why so many deaths? That also ladies. Then her father told that many ladies die of what? This childbirth. Why we are here? You are a doctor. Then he told that they will not allow male doctors to see childbirth. Then one day, suddenly, what happened is her father is not allowed to see childbirth by the village people. They called her for help. She went, but she is not a physician. She is not a professional doctor. So, by seeing the suffering of that lady, this girl was moved like anything. She decided, till that day, she never decided to go for medicine. She does not want to become a doctor. But on that day, she decided, I am responsible for this person. No more person from this village should not die. I'm going to become a doctor. I want to be a socially responsible citizen. I want to be a socially individual responsible citizen. So I am going to contribute something. She went to London back. She studied, pursued her medicine. See, she came back here. She established a beautiful hospital. Still also it is very famous. Can anyone say which hospital I'm talking about? No messages, nothing. CMC. Okay, Christian Medical Mission Hospital, CMC Vellore. Okay, CMC Vellore was founded by Dr. Ida Scudder. From that day onward, she became a responsible citizen. Individual, social, responsible citizen. So she contributed. After century also, the hospital is still standing and providing, medical facilities for the poor, from the poor. Now they are very advanced in technology for cancer treatments, everything. People visit that hospital 24/7. They are busy. See, a one man's goal contributing to the society become a greater impact and made a greater influence in the society, and still now the fruit is being eaten by everyone. So you also want to be, like her, or you want to be better than her. You want to live a fruitful life. You want to provide, serve something to the society out of your gift. We are not asking you to serve something which you are not interested in. What is your gift? Identify that, serve that to the society. If you are interested in teaching, go teach where the teaching has not reached, where students could not learn, where students could not go to school. You can go and give education to the people, those who are illiterate in your own environment. Like that, you can bring great transformation in your society. So you are responsible for what you are. So inevitable goal is very, very important. If you are planning at nothing, you will lose shooting in the air. You can see a dartboard. See, you can see all the arrows outside the dartboard. Nothing was aimed at the dartboard. What does it means? You are just shooting without aiming. You are just shooting the arrows like that. It will just fly in the air. It will not bring anything. If you want to be a socially responsible citizen, target, have a goal like Ida Scudder had. Okay, become a responsible person so that you can serve the society. You can become a better person, and you can become a valuable person, and you can make someone valuable in the society as well. This chain goes by, and it impacts the society and the nation at large. Okay, so don't stop there. To become an individual citizen, let the transformation begin from you. Let you become the change for others to get influence. Come out of the bondages of your thinking and other habits and other behaviors. Be a socially responsible citizen in your studying environment or in your working environment. So let us all work together to uplift this society and have a beautiful place to live in. Thank you so much. I thank everyone for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Students, you can put your questions in the chat box, and ma'am will clarify your doubts.
Anyone having any queries, you can ask, and you can share your feedback also. How do you feel about this webinar? Is it useful for you? Thank you so much. Somebody's given very useful. So somebody has asked, like, by attending webinars like this, will they become socially responsible? See, that is why I told you, you want to become a self-disciplined person. Okay, so this is an awareness session for you, how to become, how it is an individual has transformed the society. If you want to become a socially responsible, you want to apply this knowledge which you have got from this webinar. Okay, there are three important things. One is knowledge, another one is no understanding, and another one is wisdom. Knowledge is information. What I have given to you is information. The next two is your part, understanding things. What I have told you, you must have understand that, and you want to apply that in your life. Okay, so just simply by attending these webinars, you cannot become an individually responsible citizen in one day. What I have taught today is information. You want to understand that, and you want to apply that. Then only you can live a fruitful life. You can maximize the minimum. Hope that I have answered the question correctly.
Yes, ma'am, you have rightly pointed out
Thank you,
that
sir.
the students have to get knowledge from this seminar, and they have to
Yes.
follow that. Then only
Yeah,
they can
yes,
could
sir.
be a good
Mm.
citizen. Not only this program, any program,
Yeah, yeah,
the
that is just
knowledge,
an
yeah,
information. Webinar is an
yes,
information. They
yeah,
want to understand and they want to apply that in their life.
yes.
Anyone? You have any doubts?
Okay, ma'am. Shall I ask a question? In this
Yes, yes,
today's modern era, there are many complications
yes,
the individual's life. Even from kids to old age people, they have many complications in their life.
yes,
And you have pointed out many tips for us to eradicate the problems. With the help of these tips, they can be responsible person. But how can we uh, incur, or how can we stop others' irresponsibility? Because in society, an individual is not a single person, it's a
yes,
group of
yes,
people, it's interactions, etc., whatever it may be. So
yes.
how we can tackle the others irresponsibility?
Yes, sir, I'll answer that. See, we are a group of social being. Okay, so people come from different background. Everybody is not the same. As we grow up. Our mental condition is based on the environment which we grow or which we are brought up. So our way of perception will be different, and somebody's perception will be different. When coming to a working environment or a learning environment, people will come from different environment. So some people will be irresponsible, some people will be highly responsible, so it will be irritable for both of them. Okay, being responsible will be irritable to irresponsible person, being irresponsible is irritable for responsible person. We cannot force them to change, but what we can do is we can influence them. People will never accept when we go and say to them. People does not like dominating. It is the nature of human being, any human being. When we politely, in a very good tone, when we say, they accept things. But when we say, this is not right, you should not be like this, when we begin, no, they get offended. This is the nature of human. So when we command them to change themselves, it becomes a problem. So what should be done is, it should be get influenced. When we walk, our children also walk in that way. Likewise, when a leader walk in the right position, the followers will also fall into the right position. Maybe not immediately, but definitely, surely, they will fall into the line. So slowly we can influence them, not by abusing them or scolding them, or we cannot pull them into this, because their environments are entirely different. So we want to make them responsible by leading them into a responsible environment. Hope I have
Yes,
answered.
yes, ma'am. Yes, yes.
Yes,
And a couple of questions for you, ma'am. There, will they
yes,
change?
yes, sir.
Or yes.
Somebody has asked a question.
Questions, ma'am. Will they
I
change
have
while
another question.
socializing,
Now we
ma'am?
teach them what is their responsibility, but the kid is never with our surroundings. They are getting socialized and get influenced by several things. Yes, it is true. Not always, but majority of the time with whom they are spending, it should be monitored. The environment it should be monitored properly by the parents, as well as the students' environment should be always monitored. Why means, see, if you put a seed in the proper soil and we give nutrition, it will become a good tree. When you put the same seed in a tiled floor, what happens? Even though you water, even though you fertilize, even though you give proper sunlight, it will never go. For 100 years or 1,000 years, it will stay like that itself. It is a seed, it will stay, but a tree is inside that seed. Okay, likewise, environment is very important. So that I told, maximum time in working environment, our colleagues spend 8 to 9 hours with us. How we can impact us? Our children are staying only 8 hours away. Remaining time they are with us. So how we are impacting them? That is very important. The environment is very important for the next generation to become socially responsible. So put the seed in the right environment, it will bring fruit to you at the right season. But when you keep the seed in a tiled floor, it will never bring a fruit in the right season. How can we avoid them? By learning, and they think they are cheating us, but in real they were cheating on their own life. See, many times, students or children, they have the tendency of cheating. They want to hide certain things. This they learn from the environment only. From childhood they are not like that. When you observe them, they are very innocent. When they grow up, they learn everything. This is from their environment. So bringing changes in the environment is the only way. So if you are watching the TV all the day, means for continuous 4 or 5 hours, if you are watching TV, the same thing will happen to your children also. I'll give you an example. In my home, at my home, we don't watch television, both of us, both my husband and myself. We don't spend time on television. Either we spend time on reading or listening audio tapes, like that. So my first, in the beginning, she felt very hard. She used to watch Nick Pogo and everything. My one, she is my only daughter, but we want to change that. We want to change her mental conditioning. We saw that her behaviors are changing, so we want to make the environment good for her. So we stopped the television. Then we want to stop using the mobile. So only while she is at class time only, I will just open. I have given a password for my tab. So at that time only, I'll take the password and give it to her. As soon as the classes are over, I have brought her numerous things to play and like that. This is the example, real time example, which I am implementing in my life. So environment are very important to influence and impact people in our life and the next generation as well. Yes, without self-discipline, it is very hard. Somebody as without self-discipline, we can't survive in our. Yes, it is true. We need self-discipline. It will not also come within a day. We want to practice that. Each and every day you want to practice. Even from waking up in the morning, doing things properly as planned by you. Everything will help you, to become a better person each day. You can see the growth each day. Eat right. Self discipline is there in eating also, in your healthy habits also, in your health also, in your financial management also. Some people, they never put budget. They will not save anything. They will not write down what is happening in home, how expenses are, how income is coming. When you are not self disciplined in your finance, you will have instability in your finance also. So in every walk of your life, you should have self discipline. Not only your physical health, mental health, every aspect, your children, your future generation, your finance, everything you should take care. You want to be self disciplined in everything, so that you can become a fruitful person. So any other question?
Okay, ma'am, we can wind up this session. And before widening the
Yeah,
session,
one more question is there. Does individual
yeah,
influence the society most, or society influence the individual most? Maximum time, society only influences the individual. This is why, I would like to say something. Now, society is your social media. You are connected with social media 24 bar 7. You are attached to social media. So it is impacting you, influencing you. If you take control of that only, everything is possible in your life. If it is controlling you, you will fail at everything, shooting arrows in the air only. So if you want to get influence, means prioritize things properly in your life, manage your resources properly. Social media is also to be managed by yourself. If a beep sound disturbs you, means you are irresponsible actually. Okay, as soon as morning you wake up, you are searching for your mobile to connect with the society through social media. So this is, some kind of irresponsibility. So society is influencing you. If you want to influence the society, Without social media, we cannot live. I'm not telling that you want to avoid, but it should be in your control. You can post, you can share good things, you can share something to the next generation or the generation in which you are living. Everything is good. Social media is very good. We all need to use that, but it should be in your control so that you will not get influenced by it. You will influence someone through social media. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. And it is very quite interesting because yesterday only I had approached the ma'am. Within a single day, she had presented a wonderful presentation, and it's very easy. The students understood very easily the pictures and the presentation, the way of presentation, very very good, ma'am. And
Thank you, sir.
this seminar is meant for to make the students to realize about their responsibility. Individual responsibility is very very important
Important.
because self realization, self discipline, and self uh, identifying the self is very very important. Okay,
Important.
and if we are correct, then the society ultimately will be
Yes.
on a good way. Okay, so take this session and follow in your life and have a better future. Okay, and I also thank Smiley ma'am for accepting our invitation and enlightened with their thoughts, with her thoughts. And on the behalf of Department of Sociology, DG Vaishnav College, and the organizing team, I thank once again. And uh, the students, you have one instruction. You can see that you have to fill the feedback form, which will be put in the chat box. And tomorrow we have fourth day of this webinar series, and join with us at 9:45 a.m. Thank you once again, ma'am, and have a
Thank
nice
you.
day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.